third anniversary speech from the Eastern Security Network, ESN Southern Command. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, as we celebrate in this month of December the third anniversary for the establishment of Eastern Security Network, an indigenous security outfit founded by Biafran leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Our mission is to protect the southern eastern region of the contraption called Nigeria.
Oh, but Tobago. The zoo thought they are done with Biafra, but listen attentively because I'm about to give you another update. This video has been uploaded by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa as he sent 2,000 Biafra Liberation Army and ESN to Abuja territory to begin their tech training, to begin to tackle zoo military that are coming from Abuja to Biafran land. That means we are going to be stopping them from there before they get to Biafran land. Hear the news in details. Omochineke lovers of freedom, Biafra is here. Onye kwogwu ani hokuru maka ife ukuru ga-agazucha ụwa niile. You can see men's, gallant men's, ready to prepare for the journey that we already have. You see, gone are the days when they always take us unaware, but they don't know that we are 10 times ahead of them. Victory is recorded, and now they understand that the game is no longer the same. You see, what they did in court yesterday proved 2 points. Number one is that it showed that they are not ready for dialogue. Yes, they want to keep holding Biafrans for long. But one thing I assure the zoo is this: Biafra will regain their freedom. It doesn't matter how many people have Buru. It doesn't matter how many people fight Tirinanga. Biafra will regain their freedom. But the way it's going to happen is even going to surprise those who are holding us captive. You don't know how much they are investing to make sure that Biafra does not leave, because they know we are the market hub. We have it physically, we have it spiritually, we even have it on the ground. So they are doing everything possible to see that they hold this generation down. But of course, this generation is even more stubborn than those who went to Biafran war. We are more stubborn, and the ones who are giving birth are more stubborn. You see, they are holding on Nnamdi Kanu. They thought by holding on Nnamdi Kanu that all hope is lost. Let them go and see Nelson Mandela. How many years they held Nelson Mandela? Did South Africa regain their freedom? Yes. You can say that this one is a black man, that there's no country that's ever regained their freedom from Africa. Biafra will be the first. Yes, there's always first people to do it. And once Biafra regains their freedom, every African nation will definitely get their freedom. That is why we are fighting so much battle, because we are the first people that are doing what nobody has done before. Emani with your family, you're about to be the first person to build a house. You will fight. You will fight battles. Even though you're not the deal, but you are the first to do something in the family. Okay, anybody's boy. Go, me chief for name. Okay, anybody's girl. And that's when you realize that the battles you are fighting is not a battle that will kill you, it's a battle that will build you. And that's what I'm telling every Biafrans. No Yes. Over 2,000 soldiers have been sent. You cannot respond to warning by just keeping quiet. This is Prime Minister Simon Ekpa responding to the military who said that they are going to destroy IPOB and autopilot. Let's watch them as they unveil themselves. It is happening live and direct, and I'm here to give you the update of what transpired in the court today. The Supreme Court has set aside a judgment by the lower court that dismissed the terrorism charges against the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The Apex Court held that the Court of Appeal was wrong and that the trial court couldn't try him because the prosecution violated his rights. In the judgment prepared by Justice Garba Muhammad, the court condemned the invasion of Kanu's residence, declaring it irresponsible. The court held that there is no law in the country stopping a trial based on the violation of the rights of the suspect. Mohammed said if the police should destroy the house of the suspect to obtain exhibits, should that diverse the court against entertaining the offense? His remedy should be the way of civil proceeding. Proceedings can be stopped on account of the violation of the rights of the suspect. That is not our law for now. We decided not to go with the Court of Appeal, though we condemn the violation of his rights. Nigeria must redeem its image and adhere to the rule of law. If a person has been granted bail, why did you invade his house? That is irresponsible. You shouldn't blame him for running. No legislation in the country stripped the trial court of jurisdiction to go ahead with Kanu's case. Despite the illegal action of the federal government, the law must take its course. The Court of Appeal was wrong that the trial court couldn't try him. The appeal is allowed and the cross appeal is dismissed. Kanu was first arrested in 2015 under the administration of former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. He was subsequently granted bail in April 2017 and fled the country after an invasion of his home in Afaruku near Umuahia, Abia State by the Nigerian military in September 2017. Kanu was rearrested in Kenya and kidnapped in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria in June 2021. He was arraigned before the Federal High Court in Abuja on 4 charges of treasonable felony, conspiracy to commit treasonable felony, illegal importation of radio equipment, and defamation of former President Muhammadu Buhari, which they did not mention in court. Let me correct that. The charges were later withdrawn by the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abba Kamal Abi, SAN, who replaced them with a fresh 14-count charges bordering on terrorism and membership in a proscribed group, among others. The court, however, reduced the charges to 7. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on October 13, 2022 held that how Kanu was auditioned to the country violated the country's extradition treaty and was also a breach of his fundamental human rights. The appellate court also struck out the terrorism charges filed against Kanu by the Nigerian government and ordered his release from the DSS facility. Since then, they have refused to release him. The FG, the federal government, through the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, appealed the court ruling and subsequently obtained an order staying the execution of the court judgment at the Supreme Court. Kanu, through his lawyers, filed an appeal against the stay of execution order at the Apex Court on November 3, 2022. Displeased by the verdict of the appellate court, the FG, the federal government, filed an appeal at the Supreme Court. This is where we are now. You see, they are trying as hard as possible to, mess up the whole system, but anyị kwụ ọtọ kwuru jim enwere ife na-eme enwere ebe a na-aga for some of you are saying that Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. Enwere ebe a na-aga anyị kwụ kwuru jim ọ ga-afụ ka ọ ga-esi wee mee. Cherekwanụ for next update.